Okay. Okay, thank you for that applause. I'm hearing it all the way down the hill. It's okay, it's wonderful. First of all, we want to talk about some misunderstandings about what the honors program is. And there's this one confusion is that it is PTK. They are related, but they are different things. PTK is mostly about celebrating things. The honors program is mostly about the transfer agreements. So the transfer agreements and the classes. So first with the classes, that what makes a class an honors class is its smaller size, its more individualized attention, and it has generally a more highly motivated person. We ask about who is the honor student, and it's the honor student is not the student who's always better. We love in honors, we love what we call diamonds in the rough, students who have a lot of potential, but maybe it hasn't been noticed, or people haven't encouraged them. Maybe they haven't had enough growth mindset in the back of their minds. Well, we have success stories every year in the honors program, and all honors programs all over the place. For example, just before going on here, I found out that 5 of our students have been accepted to present at the UC Irvine Undergraduate Student Research Conference, which is the premier community college research project conference. It's one that we send students to every year. Now, these students have opportunities to have some great CV resume items. For one thing, it'll be on their CV, on the resume, that they have been accepted in and have presented at a top-notch research conference. They have another advantage after that, is that they can get a publication afterwards, because after the conference is done, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, after the conference is done, they have a chance to submit their work for publication in Building Bridges. And what Building Bridges is, I have a mock-up of this year's cover here. Okay. This is the cover for this year's Building Bridges. By this year's, I mean 2020. It's been published up. This is out every year. And what it is the best abstracts from that conference. Okay. And we have one student who's in it this time, because the other student who was accepted to publish last year didn't send in. And so this you have students who have left our honors program, and by the time they leave us and transfer on to someplace else, they've got 2 or 3 publications under their belt. Okay, just as good as the OBOC publication zine, and they have all these options. The other thing that's important about that conference is that it's a chance for people to present in a very supportive atmosphere. And the reason it's a very supportive atmosphere is because it's nothing but other honors students and other honors professors and other honors directors. And the honors directors are the most wonderful bunch of people outside of the Victor Valley College English department that I've ever seen in my life. It's a wonderful, supportive bunch of people. For example, I have one time when one of my students, in her presentation, she got frozen a little bit. She just got frozen, and one of my colleagues from another college asked her a question that put her right on track, because we are working for our students. We're working for the students on other campuses. One of my colleagues from Mount SAC one time gave advice that helped one of our students from VVC transfer to Columbia University. Now, this year, the conference at UC Irvine is going to be virtual. It's going to be on the 26th and 27th of March. So that's going to be available. When I know the link, I'm going to send it out to everybody, and anybody can come in at any time. We have 5 students who have been accepted to present there, and I need to go, after we leave, I need to go and nag 2 of my students to RSVP that they will be there. They will be there. And so this is a chance you have to do it. And because it's virtual this year, you don't have to go down to UCI to see it. So I'm going to be putting out word for people to go see it. And when you see it, you're going to see our students do wonderful research. You're going to see students from all over Southern and Northern California do wonderful research. You're going to see what is possible with these diamonds in the rough that are our honor students. Okay. Now, for more information on what the honors program is, first of all, I should talk about the nuts and bolts of how to work with it. First of all, to take the classes, you don't have to be in in the honors program. But if you are interested in honors program, all the students need is a 3.5 GPA. That can be in high school GPA. If they're just starting, it can be cumulative after school. But again, you don't have to have the honors be in the honors program to take the classes. In fact, I usually suggest that students take English 101H. My plug is for this spring. I'm teaching English 101 honors, and we're doing Washing Black as our central text. Okay, so we're going to do with that, and all they need is 3.25 GPA. They fill out an application. It's available from the VVC website. They give transcripts verifying the GPA and a 2-page writing sample. Now, most students use something they've done earlier, and they would submit that to me at tim.adell@vvc.edu. Okay, that's where they submit it. Okay, and again, the advantages of taking those classes are, first of all, the classes are smaller, which means which means that students can get more individualized attention. It also means that they have to step up more. Okay, one of the dynamics of honors classes is we try to avoid what's called the sage on the stage, where the teacher dispenses all wisdom and the uncomplaining student units simply write notes and accept it. Well, that's not what we want. We want students giving us ideas. We want students interchanging with us, and you're going to do that. Okay, the honors classes are some of the most exciting classes I've taught at VVC, and they're some of the most exciting experiences I've seen. Okay, on this campus. Now, we are moving towards expanding the honors program, and I want my colleagues to participate with me on this, because if you are interested in writing curriculum to have an honors class, please talk to me. We want more honors classes, particularly in the STEM sciences, because STEM is an important honors component. Okay. Now, for more information on this, the real heart of what we do in our everyday work is through the transfer agreements we have with the Honors Transfer Council of California. So if you type in Honors Transfer Council of California in your search engine, you'll get this. And this is the website for everything. It has all the information you're going to need. If you're interested in the conference, you can look at the conference information. We have membership. We also have transfer partners. Now, this is what's most important. Now, the biggest way that the honors program can help students when they go on to transfer is through the transfer agreements. So what we have here is a list of all these schools ranging from Southern California to Amherst and Massachusetts. Okay, and we have agreements with these. Now, these are different agreements. In some cases we have things that's what's called a priority consideration. Now, that doesn't mean you get accepted automatically, but it does mean that you're more likely to get it. Now, I want to look at the ones that are most important here. We have UC, where are we missing? UC Irvine is very much a partner with us. And so what you can do, you can go on the HDCC website and look at the agreements we have. And one of the cool things about this is it allows students and faculty and counselors to search not only what the agreements are, but what the schools are themselves, the transfer institutions that we're working with. So they have cataloged the majors and minors. You can shop this, even if you decide not to go for the honors program. You can shop, do a one-stop shop where you look at all the things that they have available to them. Now, UC Irvine, if students are interested in UC Irvine, I suggest they get in part of the honors program, because UC Irvine works very closely with the Honors Transfer Council of California. What they have a program called Honors to Honors, and they have this irregular program. I have never had a student from our program get turned down to go to UC Irvine. They work that closely with us. Okay, so again, the advantages of the honors programs are smaller classes, more individualized attention. It's also an advantage that the classes force students to be more assertive. Okay, so if students have been looking for a way to become more assertive, take honors classes. That's going to help them. We also work through the honors transfer agreements. If you are a student who's looking to transfer to, I don't want to say good institution, because there are literally millions of wonderful universities out there to transfer to. But if you're looking at something particular, such as UC Irvine, such as UC Davis, such as Loyola Marymount, and such as UCR, this is a great way to get going on it, because we have transfer agreements that are one more thing that makes it more likely for students to get accepted. Okay, now that's the quick and dirty version of it. I am always available for anyone to talk to me at tim.adell@vvc.edu. Okay, but if there are any questions, please feel free to ask them.
Tim, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. A little bit about a couple questions about the honors program. And for me, the proof is always in the pudding. So can you tell us maybe some of the successes that come to mind of some of your honor students, where they've gone to school or how they've been able to advance by being part of it?
Oh yeah. Every year we have students who have transferred to wonderful things. The most extreme one was Shannon Lussenden, who worked with, to put another plug in, he worked with the Model United Nations. I don't know if they're presenting later, but I need to put in a plug for Model United Nations. It works very closely with honors. It's a very symbiotic organization. We also have VVC has a very high ranking in the nation on Model United Nations. So one of our Model United Nations students, Shannon Lussenden, was working with Model United Nations. He was working with the honors classes, and he was trying to get in Columbia, and he just couldn't figure out a way to get it. And one of my colleagues from Mount Sac, I was asking her about it. She said, "Oh, I know them. I'll go talk to them." And she also, it's not like she just pushed, not like she pulled some shoulders and made things happen. She reminded him that he, as a veteran, he had Columbia has a lot of events open for veterans, and she got him into Columbia through that.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
And I've had students. I had one student one time, Noemi, who was going into the presentation. This was back in the face-to-face days, which we are going to go back to very soon, but not soon enough. And she, 2 days before the conference, she was unable to speak. She just could not talk. And we talked her down to it. Bryce Campbell and I and Frida Francev and I talked her into getting it going. And within a year, she was at UCI. She was a journalism major. She was doing all sorts of presentations. It was just a day and night where we went from a person who was scared to talk to her shadow to someone who was commanding respect on a larger stage. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay, yes, very cool. And those are not unusual. There are all sorts of stories like that, because remember, when you take a VVC honors class, you're getting support not just from me, not just from your teacher, but in transfer, you've got a whole consortium of the Honors Transfer Council of California helping you to succeed.
That's fantastic. So would you say in general, somebody who's planning on transferring to another university should be part of the honors program? Like for, say, UC Berkeley, if you're going there?
Berkeley's an interesting case. We do not have an agreement with Berkeley because Berkeley is not going to make an agreement with anybody. Berkeley is not going to say, okay, we'll accept your students. Everyone else, they're decent. Berkeley is Berkeley. Okay.
Yeah,
Now that said, that sounded worse than it is. Okay. That said, I have colleagues who sent a lot of students to Berkeley.
Okay. So see, there you go, folks. If you're out there and you're thinking of a transfer, whether it be to Berkeley, Irvine, obviously there's some that come with a few more benefits, but just like we said earlier, we're picking up little pieces of information that we drop in there. So where it was lean in with the English department and participate, here it is, be part of the honors program. You never know the kind of connections that you'll make in other honor students or representatives, right?
And I'm going to say that if a student is an A or B student, you can do honors.
There we go. See that, ladies and gentlemen? That's it. That's the next evolution of leaning in here at Victor Valley College. If you're taking a class and you're excelling, getting an A or B, give it a shot with an honors class. It might propel you into new heights and things that you didn't know were possible. Tim, thank you so much. Before I let you go, I forgot to put the rest of the English department on the spot, but I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot. Will you tell us, where did you get started? What was your first job that you actually got a paycheck and taxes taken out of?
Del Taco.
Del Taco.
Del Taco, and I brought both of my sisters. I brought to Del Taco with me. Okay, in fact, the Adell Taco in Banning, California, is scarred by the Adell legacy. They to this day they get worried when they hear the name. They won't listen to the singer Adele because of us.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. See,